Give it away if you give me one last try. We'd happily ever trapped if you just saved my life. Run and tell the angels that everything's alright. I'm looking to the sky, saving me. Looking for a sign of life. Looking for something to help me learn and try.
Good evening. I got it right. That's what we're on the fly. It seems to me to do. Sorry, Dave, you have to Anywho. Judge was first. He's on a roll. Second time he's got in there. Well done. Unfortunate, Luke. He was almost there. Close, but no cigar. We are in the presence of our famous literary princeps. Literally. As Luke would say. He's the fabricator general. Oh, third. I misread that. I am wily, very wily. I need to base coat things. I had nothing to paint. I've got these little dudes to be getting on with. So that's the plan. I've varnished them last night after I'd done what I'd done to them. So Mr. Dynat, as you can see, he's looking very Dynatty. Don't think will it. There you go. So yeah, I tried doing some Hydra, copying how it's sort of shown on the artwork for him. So bit on the cheek, bit on the chin, bit on the forehead. That'd be him. But yeah, so I actually really quite like how he's turned out so far, really. So yeah, there's a few more details. Obviously, got the parts of Castellax and a Phalanx in the base. No, it's not interested. It doesn't want to do it. No. So those dudes and Sergeant Dude, his little goldy beak with his Volkite Serpenta. So yes, it's all groovy, wooey boogie. Oh, no. Place you there. Sorry, because I've got my screen. I'm juggling it around. So yeah, I'm in Prime. Yeah, you have a Titan to paint. It's a very busy woman. Leave your sister alone. Don't make me come up there. Oh yeah, maybe I'll build some Titan. Woohoo! Watched the live stream the other day. Oh, did you? Oh, cool. Always nice to get those numbers up. But yes. So anyway, yes. So we all know now, after my confession on Twitter and Instagram, that Mr. Iracundus did make it into the latest Siege of Terror book. It all came about. Aaron messaged me and said, like, I'd like to put you in a book, sort of thing, but obviously your name is shit. It's not exactly 40k. Oh, Guardsman Lee Marshall. No, doesn't work. So he asked me for some options. So first of all, I gave him my official Mechanicum designation, which is Lambda Mu 13. And then I sort of mentioned about. I thought about it. I left it for a couple of weeks, and then I went back to him and went, you know what? Would you like do Iracundus instead? Because most people that I know Iracundus and we are one and the same sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, sure. And he said about a princeps name, so I gave him a princeps name, which was obviously would have been tied to me, which is Xander Marzalek. He didn't use that, so but Iracundus he did, and yeah, so it was lovely to get, you know, the noisy Disco Reaver, because obviously he's in the game, because Andy Hoare, that beautiful beast of a man, well, he's a beautiful man, he's not a beast, he's lovely, he put Iracundus in there, which I did not know about until the unveiling of the Titans of Legends cards, and that was an experience, to say the least. So yeah, so you can play with your very own Iracundus if you got the well, obviously if you got the using like Titan apps, various Titan apps. You can obviously utilize their rules, although one of them I think they charge the points cost they put in, they do it plus weapons. But the unique thing about Iracundus is that he's the only command terminal which has all the weapons already assigned. Everybody else can either have a weapon in place or they have options to choose weapons. His weapon systems are set because he has those weapons. So yes, but yeah, his point cost is including weapons, but on certain apps they do it as plus weapons. So most people are paying out sort of like 370 for a Reaver Titan that should only be costing about 315. So yes. Are any of you reading the books as of yet? The Seed of Terror books? Have you got yours? Have you up to date? I know Ivy is still doing catch up through her sort of leapfrogging from book to book to book, and she's churning them out like a monster. But the rest of you, do you actually read the Heresy and the Seed of Terror series? That's the real question here. That's what we're all interested in. Also, big shout out to Team Sneck. I was somebody, I think Leaky, when he came on the other week, it was only last Saturday, we came out with all the all the Team Sneck and Team Frog and Team Newt. Fuck you, Newts. And about halfway through Prospero Burns. Ooh, bony. Hot stuff. Yeah, he messaged me and said, like, so what are you? Are you Team Snack? Are you Team Frog? And I said, I'm like Switzerland. But even then I said, fuck the Newts. So, but I am obviously, because of that certain little snack, the one that the Insulus one, the Tremerarius, if I can find the little doodah, little doodah, where is it? Yes, the Trimeresurus insularis, which was the sexy snack with the fresh out the shower look. Hey, but obviously the coloration is very these dudes. So yeah, I have to pin my flag to Team Snack. So because we had so many snacks, although that the ruby-eyed frog that I found, the uber cute one, honorary mention because tree frog type, the ruby-eyed tree frog was just awesome, because it was awesome, so cute. All right, so plans were obviously just do some extra painting on the guys. Like I've got to do the bolters on these dudes. Probably try and do something with the chain blades as well. A little bit of gold here and there won't hurt a bit. Also decals as well, because I have them over there. So it's all going well. He says. So what else is happening? What's happening with you guys? You know what I've been doing. Just blowing trumpets about having a Titan put out and made a real thing real thing in canon anyway. Because that was like pretty freaking awesome, and I'm not gonna lie, it's such an honour to have that at the end of the day, amongst everything. Don't feel like Titan building today. I think I'll might prime a bunch of Night Lords. Why not? You've been on a roll with the Night Lords. I know you've been saying that you're not, but you have. I was actually well, you probably already know because it's your bloody account on Twitter. I was going through and liking all the things that I keep on missing. So wait a second, I don't remember this one. I like it. And I do exactly that, as you will know. I like it because I like it. Perfectly good substitute, sis. Good supportiveness. Well done, son. Oh, yes, so kids are back at school. I'm got a little bit more time on my hands, kind of thing. Although he says that, at the moment we're not 100% sure what his timetable is for the week for college boy. Like Tuesdays he's in till sort of 3:30, but apparently tomorrow he's only in till 12. So it's like, well, is it worth going in? It's only like an hour and a bit, really. But he doesn't go in until 9:30. So 10. Oh, 2.5 hours. Oh, I suppose something, I guess. But yeah, so is it? I don't know. Is it worth coming home and then going back? I don't know. It's obviously where I got to go take him to college. It's like 10 miles away, and 10 miles urban is sort of half an hour sort of thing, as long as there's no hold ups or anything. So I suppose an hour and a half, but I don't know. It just seems a lot of driving around. I might just sit on the beach or something. Just magnetized. Is that second Quake cannon? I love a Quake. I don't see that. Thank you. I haven't looked on Twitter for more than a few seconds since Sarah proposed. You know, since you've proposed, your head's all over the place. I immediately did the Twitter right after that. Oh, bless you. Oh, I'm so cute sometimes. You really are. All right, let's have a look. See, wiki. Yeah, it looks. There's a lot of screaming kids out there. Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to get my second decal sheet out because I haven't got enough of the white ones. Yeah, the problem is with the decals on the Alpha Legion sheet is that you've got the silver ones and you've got the gold, the white, and you've got the green. The green doesn't really show up too well on this. So I do miss people on Twitter though. I feel out of the loop. But are you though? Twitter is still a little bit like weird at times. So you've got to be. I don't think you're really missing much out. And I say there's not a lot going on. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna have to run back indoors because the other sheet I've left indoors. So I'm going to quickly go get that. What's the name of your paint agitator again, Lee? What paint agitator? I don't have a paint agitator. I don't agitate my paint. I just smear it. Everything. That's all I do. I smear. I smear my stuff. Right, yeah, I'm going to quickly grab those decals because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get much done. So I shall be back in about 25 seconds. So bear with me. I will be... Oh, Booba Shaker. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I've left a Booba Shaker in there as well. I'll go have to get a Booba Shaker. Yeah, so back in a sec. Whew, Booba Shaker is back in the business. This one is a right Ink Soul, INKSOUL Vortexer Tattoo. So that's the name. This was a birthday present from my hobby daughter, and it's one of my favouriteest things now. And plus, I get to say Booba Shaker because it also sounds like my one of my favourite little bands from years ago, Cooler Shaker. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Almost broke a rib there, I'm sure. Ow, that hurt. Jeez. Wow. Yeah, sorry. You don't want to hear me like going and grunting and groaning. Then Shaker. Yes. Hey, hello, Enzy. Hello, sneaking in there. Mini vortex mixer. Yeah, thank you. Boa, boa, boba. My keyboard beat's a bit gammy. Yeah, it was Booyakasha. That's what I was next expecting. And the Rob, he sneaks in as well. Everyone's sneaky today. Yeah, so while I was indoors as well, because I thought there was something else that I'd want to maybe paint, is this little thing. This is a 3D printed Vulcan Mega Bolter for a 28mm Reaver Titan that my friend Martin Strickfast gave to me. he's a very generous boy, that boy. I was round his house to pick up some pins, Titan kill pins, and he went, "Do you want that?" I went, "Okay." So yeah, so I've still got to paint that. Well, I've primed it and base coated it, but it's been sitting like that for about 2-3 months because I haven't done it. So yeah, big old Vulcan Mega Bolter, a lot of Decker. Yeah, basically there's oh, hold on. So that little thing, you push the lid bottom or whatever part you want into that, and it vibrates. I can't because I've unplugged it to do that because my one is a very short lead for it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But then again, yeah, I don't know. But I wanted it. You still have your scratch built one. Well, there you go. See. Yeah. Well, I hope we can include it because with my yes Ivy, because you wouldn't be aware, they've started asking for ticket payments for Titans, so we need to get you sorted out, Gil. I thought main walk. Yeah, that's the thing. Is the less see the smaller walks are a little bit more sort of open for that. So I might have to resubmit my thingy, but I can still paint that if I wanted to. You've sorted your room out, haven't you? That's something else I need to look at. So what are you working on today, Rob? And MZ, what are you up to? Are you just chilling? Surfing the internet? Seeing what's going on in the world? I want to know what everyone's up to. Tells me. Give me information. Lots of Dakar. All of Dakar. So that's the dude that I put the pad on the wrong side. Right. Moved into one side. I have a question about Tara's Terminus. Standard, they come with power weapons and combi weapon. Question 1. If I make power weapon a spear, can it still have the combi weapon? I imagine so. Just obviously, you won't get any bonuses for having that, like close combat or anything like that, but you don't get it anyway with like those sort of weapons. Because the spear being a two-handed weapon, so you can't fire a pistol with them, or anything, any firearms basically. Question 2: what combi weapons are the most useful? So because they've changed the combi weapons now, so you've got the minor and the magna. So the magna are the plasma and the melter ones, so you only get one shot with them. The flamer, I think the Volkite one, and there's a grenade launcher one, I think. They are minor, so they can be fired multiple times, but they're not as damaging. I'm not sure about the Graviton, if there is a Graviton version, because I haven't got a book with me, so I can't honestly tell you. But yeah, so Melter and Plasma are good for, you know, shooting up vehicles in particular. But then if you've got a power, you won't have a power fist because you'll have a power spear. So yeah, yes. Yeah, because they're sort of like Phoenix Guard Terminators with their spears. They're very stabby. Horsing around, relaxing in bed is pain with my foot. Currently watching you, and that's about it. Oh, I'm sorry that you're feeling with bad foot pain. Not good. Never good, in fact. Bit rubbish. I hope it gets better for you soon, my dear. No one likes to be in pain. My sciatica has cleared up a bit, but I've got a bit of a swollen knee, which is painful. So yeah, it's all. If it's not one thing, it's another thing with me, isn't it? I don't really want to go with magnets. I have enough magnetized things already. Because I'll have a look at the Phoenix Guard. Phoenix Guard are very blingy, but they have spears. So that's always poop. All right. Let's get you wet. So after the water has been applied, I like to put on some Microsol to help soften them up. How I roll. Phoenix ones only have their spear and armor, so yeah, that makes sense. You can also buy their, well, I'm not sure if you still can actually. You might be able to still get hold of their weapons. Like they did do like an upgrade pack for them, so you could buy extra spears for like your troops. because obviously with Emperor's Children, Phoenix Blades and Phoenix Spears are an option for an upgrade for them. So you can actually get the spears with some arms, like power armor arms for them. And there are some which are just like one-handed holding of spear. So I think there's like 5 spears. 3 of them are two-handed, like 2 hands on them, and 2 which are just like one hand holding the shaft. Combi bolter and Volkite combo seems nice. We'll have to convert some. Yeah, because they only come with, normally they have a combi bolter, which is just 2 bolters. So like a storm, they don't have storm bolters in 30k. They have combi bolters, but then you have the options for having a combo bolter minor and a combi bolter magna. Have you any games of 30k yet? Nope. I reckon I have a good 4k points ready for it though. I like army building painting. There you go. Ivy wants a game. That's the right one, isn't it? Twat. That's the wrong one. Honestly, I just had a right panic then. I thought, oh no, I've done it wrong. I've cut off 9 of the wrong facings. But I was wrong yet again. No, 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 stop knocking things over. Rob, to be honest, Ivy's quite a good teacher. She does really well with the instruction side of things, and knows can understand the rules as well, which is a bonus. I know the pretty rules by now. See, told you. Ooh. Maybe it will be get me off my backside. We have quite an active scene in Bedford at Geek Retreat, but I never find the time to go. Not just a hog-nosed face. Shut up, you're not a hog-nosed face, you. You stop that. You secure that shit, Hudson. I would say London is pretty much middle ground for you and Rob. No, 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 no. So, oh, bloody, 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 bloody. Right, so that's 10 shoulder decals done. No, 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 no. Just out of the way, son. Hair getting in the way. Typical. So we've got one game of Heresy being organised, which is cool. Yeah, unfortunately, Artist Empire had family issues again, so he couldn't do his live stream earlier on. So that's why we're on a little bit earlier today, because otherwise we've only been on about 10 minutes. So we've had 40 minutes so far, and all we've done is some decals, which is good. Actually, I do also have something else, because we've I need to get a game of 18 at some point. Yeah. Had my little game with Phil, Engine Phil. Come at me, brother. Yeah, so as some of you know, I watch Crystal McDowell's Twitch channel on a regular basis, amongst others. Obviously, Electric Eve is one as well, in case she's here. I do. She knows I watch her, but yeah, you know, if you want to watch some awesome painting, especially of the Death Guard variety, then yeah, check her out. Or the was it Nundams as she's doing now. But on last week, actually, I think on one of Crystal's streams, one of the other viewers who has an Etsy store put in a hey, let's do a little giveaway, and I won it, which was £30 voucher for the Etsy store, and the stuff turned up today, so I'm actually pretty impressed by that. There's loads of stuff on there. There was actually some bits that I thought, oh, that could be interesting for like a little bit of like a scenery bit sort of thing. But yeah, there was so we've got some plastic bags, we got some baggies, some well wrapped up models. So I know I only can remember a couple of bits that I ordered in my voucher that I got. So oh, it's a big lizardy dude. There was a lot of like really cool sort of like fantasy bits on there. So big lizardy dude. So these would be like a little what do you call it? Palette cleanser. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's a big old chunk. This dude. I wonder who's I'm assuming his hands are in there. So yeah, obviously they don't know I'm doing this. So this is not sponsored or anything like this. I'm just basically just thought, I know what, I'm going to open these on stream. Just like those reaction videos. Well packaged. Ah, yeah. So this is one of the things I instantly thought, yeah, I'm having some of that. Now, this is before last Saturday's live stream. So we do have, it's a toad wielding a spear. And there's actually 3 of these, and I just thought, I think it was like that whole thing, like where I was thinking of the frog chorus back in the day, you know, bolt, 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 but these guys are froggy, toady warriors with spears, and I got 3 different ones of them. Alright, so I think this, yeah, this is this dude's stuff, because he does come armed. So he's got a selection of weapons as well, or he can just be unarmed. So, you know, it's like, yeah, come at me, bro, with my massive club. And then obviously just put in the other hand in there. Yeah, come at me. Or I've got my big spiky clubs smasher in there. So yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, so you can't have both weapons unless I do some creative reposing. But I just thought I like look at that. And it was a chunky model, and it was really quite hard spending 30 quid, or just 30 quid in that respect. So there was also, I think there was yeah, it's coming back to me what I ordered. He says, I think this is another Toady Warrior. Rabbit. Ah, stiletto. Can anybody guess who that was? Who was that voice that I just done? Ah, stiletto. Actually, I don't know if anyone in the actual chat would actually know who that voice was. Because most of you are probably too young. Apart from Rob, but he probably lived in Holland back then. Oh yeah, yeah. This one, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just let's flick that tongue out. I don't even remember it looking like that, to be honest with you. There you go. So 3 ninja toads. And oh, there's another 2 things in there. So that might be just one model, but with 2 bits. No, it wasn't Jack Nicholson. No, it was actually a cartoon character from a TV show called Danger Mouse, and the main enemy of Danger Mouse was a toad called Baron Silas Greenback, and he had a crow who used to work for him, who was his henchman, called Stiletto. Ooh. Ah, there you go. So, sort of werewolf, Blood Bowl type characters there. So quite nicely detailed. And yes, they were pretty reasonable on the price. So as I said, that lot, so including the big dude as well, that was £30, basically. So, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed with him alone. Obviously, like with all the little necklaces and rope bits and pieces and the scales. Not a lot of clean, I just saw a little bit of flash there, and I did not expect multiple weapons options. So yeah, quite cool. I like that. I really do like this one. I really do like that one. I watched Danger Mouse. Ah, the Baron. I recognised the voice. I remember Danger Mouse. We did have TV in Holland. No, you didn't. Don't you lie. Did not have TV. Oh, crumbs, DM. Penfold. Shush. Ooh. So yes, so that was an unboxing. That's basically what they do. That's what all the hip and trendy dudes do, isn't it? When they unbox stuff, they just unbox it. So yeah, that was spear-toting toads. There's all necklaces on there as well. So something to do at some point. That one is like, I'm here to stab you. That's what I imagine he would say. And then you got these sort of Blood Bowl type characters, werewolf type dudes. They're pretty cool. Very muscular. So they're about the size of a Space Marine. Easily. And a little bit of tidy up. Yeah. And apparently he uses 4K printers. So that's probably what, because I'll be honest with you, from stuff I've had before that was 3D printed, this is that they're actually pretty decent. I can't actually see any sort of like print lines, to be fair. Apart from like the odd sort of like nipple bit like that. So what you doing? Painting my muscular toad? Behave. Look at him! Look at him! See, that head would actually be pretty decent for a like Chaos Titan. Yeah, baby, yeah. Raw. Yeah, no, I'm really impressed with that. I think that was the most dearest single piece. The 3 toads worked out to $5.50 each, or 3 for $15. Yeah, he was £11 on his own, and the other dude, I thought it was only one dude, but you got 2 dudes there, so that's cool. So yeah, unless they're throwing it, but there's nothing in there saying, oh yeah, we thought we'd just chuck that in. But as I said, that was only last week. I'll tell you when that was. Oh, Moth Attack. Yeah, so that was ordered last. When did I get that? Yeah, so I ordered that last Friday, I think. It might be Thursday. It says, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'd won the thing on Thursday, ordered it Friday morning, turned up today. So that's not bad, really. So yeah, but yeah, he does like scenery stuff. So he does like some sci-fi stuff on there. It's Woofu. So that's Woofu Workshop on Etsy. So he does like Blood Bowl stuff. Done the sci-fi. This was actually quite interesting. So actual print for a 3D train for like if you're doing like sci-fi gothic train 3D printed, 45 squids. So that's for like 40k scale stuff, or Necromunda, as you can see, some Goliaths there. But there's some good stuff on there. So there you go. You've seen what I won, and what I won was awesome. Gosh. Oh cardboard box with a whole cut out of it. Yeah, I remember those TVs. Yeah, techies come along. No, they do. It's actually really quite. So that's that. So oh, big chunk of stunk. Yeah, very nice stuff. Thank you, Wufu. Thank you, Crystal McDowell, as well for me winning. Yummy trains. Yeah, I would say I was really quite impressed by some of that stuff. They've got like fantasy stuff in there. I said Blood Bowl stuff, and you know, obviously, I'm sure that they'll improve and improve. I would say that the stuff's pretty good anyway, but improve their lines of stuff. But yeah, there was loads of like quite good little miniatures and stuff. But I was just trying to get. He custom printed my Reaver arms and printed that train for me at ATC. Oh, so you know Wufu then? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, it's, I say I'm really quite impressed with that. As always, damp square of kitchen towel. Just push down on the decals to sort of flatten them out. Oh, that's the wrong. 3D printing is getting sharper and sharper. Just the showing the resin used is a pain in the backside to cut, drill, and convert. Well, I'm sure at some stage it will be like super duper and a lot easier to work with, because the way that sort of industry is accelerating, the technology improving, and all that, it's not going to be long at all. Did we all decide what teams people were at the end? That whole team snack and stuff, it completely went over my head. I just went along with it. I was just too busy reading out all the names and like cursing, like flying snake. Fuck off. Do have to do the bolter casings with Corvus Black and the banner dude. ferment for a bit. I'm gonna put some paint on this. No, step on snake. Booba shaker. Ooh. That satisfying vibration sound. Hey there, Ryan. How are you, buddy? You all good? He's snuck in there. Yeah, the teal dudes are coming along quite nicely. I'm just letting the settings, the decal setting solution, do its business on there. I like to sort of do a couple of coats of it and let it just breathe and settle, and then press again. And whilst I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm just about to just throw some paint on this. A friend basically gave me a Vulcan Megabolt for Reaver Titan. The Graviton Annihilator of Shakas. Boom, shalak, clack, boom. Boom, shalak, clack, boom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What have you been up to, buddy? Got anything on the go? Anything interesting? Although, damn it. Got Guardians of the Galaxy going on my head now. I was listening to my friend's Star Wars slash geek movie film TV series podcast on my way to work this morning, which is called "It's a Trap." Also, it's a chat. It's a chat. And they briefly spoke about my friend Scott went to Disney World and went to Galaxy's Edge, as you would expect, because he is a real Star Wars fan. He likes Star Trek as well, but you know, Jedi and all that sort of stuff is just really his sort of thing. And he was saying about obviously when they went and got himself a lightsaber, custom built lightsaber and all that, which was just like magical, and he just said like it was just like the best thing ever to do. The cantina that they had there, he said it was really like cool. It would have been better if there was like some more aliens, but obviously they are trying to get people in there to drink and stuff. But he did say like a cocktail costs a lot of money, and it was like $30 for a cocktail. So you don't have to like reserve or like seats or whatever, because it's a bit pricey. But for the experience, it had to be done. And he did say it was rather nice. He did have some blue milk as well, which legendary, which had rum in. So, but what he did say about was they actually do like this interactive thing, like it's like a Star Wars cruiser, and they give you like outfit, and you basically like 3 days of full immersion, and like you're on board a ship, like a cruiser ship, like a spaceship or whatever. And I've never even heard of that before, and I thought, what? That just sounds absolutely amazing. So I haven't looked into it at all because I was busy at work today. But it's just one of those things. Of like, it's what dreams are made of. That would just be like having that would be just like living the dream. It's like a secret cinema thing. I'd imagine. Was there? I don't know if anyone have any of you guys ever done a secret cinema. No, Star Tours was the original Star Wars ride because I did that when I went to Euro Disney in '92. Um, it was the ride they had there called, and it was Star Tours. Um, the Disney thing is, well, is that the Star Wars like immersion thing, or because like Galaxy's Edge, like I've had enough friends go out there and just you've seen enough footage of that sort of shit that it just it is a novelty, but the it's just obviously because again my mate didn't really know much about it. He'd heard about it, but obviously we might have to put him that way. Spend your money on more time. It's pretty terrible. One of my favourite YouTubers went there on a 3-day cruise thing and recorded footage from it. It was really interesting. Oh, was it? Oh, if you send me the information if you can, because I'd definitely like to look and check it out. I kind of wish that I had the opportunity because I'd really love to have Mandalorian armor because I am a Mandalorian. Before they became trendy, I was always a Mandalorian. It was my dream. Um, I would love to do just to say have a Mandalorian armor suit and then go to think that salute and join up with the Watcher clan over here because they have obviously the 501st. They have all the different sort of clans around the world. You join up and then you can go to these sort of events as your character that you've made up and with the armor you've got. That's where having a 3D printer would be handy, but also have the other bits and pieces as well, being able to print off STLs of weapons and obviously build them and wear them. Where they drive you to the thing in a box truck and then lock you in. Cheers, Ivy. Thank you. Modern Disney is a far cry from even 10 years ago, and they have fallen hard. We used to go to World 4 times a year. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like he was saying that for the real super interactive sort of Star Wars ride thing, where you're going through on these giant Roombas type cars, and you're going through and watching this adventure unfold sort of thing with live action dudes running around and all that sort of shit. But it takes at peak queuing is 5 hours and it's like a 10-minute ride. But that's the thing, it's you how often for us over here going out to Disney World is a big thing. So 5 hours for a 10-minute ride, it's like, do you do it? Do you risk it? A Mando Wookiee. I'd fucking do that. See if Brian can print you off some. Brian is too busy printing off stuff for the Star Wars birthday weekend role-playing game. So the group of us that we are who are in attendance, every now and again he comes up to dudes, I need more resin stuff, and we all chip in and like donate to the cause, because obviously he's spending all his time building this fucking spaceships, painting them, scenery, and all that sort of stuff. He's fucking amazing. What he does, it really is. Like the first Star Wars one that I went to, he messaged me and went, "Do you know where Red Hill is?" I went, "Well, I know it's sort of like south of London. I know that much. Why is that?" He said, "Would you be able to sort of go there, pick something up? It's really important for the game." I'm like, fuck, that's like, to get up to his for 10, I would have to leave at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, really, on a Saturday morning, to drive down to Red Hill to this dude's place to pick up this thing. Hey, Christy, hello. It's just talking about Star Wars, because I know you like a bit of Star Wars, don't you? So I had to go down there. You'll like this. I had to go down there. Yeah, West Sussex. Thank you very much, MZ. Drive down there, pick up this box, and he wouldn't tell me what it was, but he said, "I'll give you a clue. There's a toilet on it." And when he said that, I knew exactly what it was. It sounds weird, but trust me, it gets better. So I'd gone down there, and this guy lived in like gated community, so I couldn't actually just drive in there. So I had to basically contact him, say, I'm down here, and he came down with this big box sort of thing. So, "Oh, this is it." All right, we had a little brief chat. He was a nice guy, and so I loaded it in the car, and then had to drive 2.5 hours up to where Brian lives. So I got there just after 10. Oh, you only knew because you lived in Crawley. Ah. And I weren't allowed to look in the box, but I knew from when he said it's got a toilet, I knew exactly what it was. So got up there, got in there, and basically this guy works for ILM. Brian traded him a Forge World Warlord Titan with the weapons he bought for it, for him to build, like print off, build and paint the Razor Crest for Star Wars Legion size game. So it was like, full size, internal stuff done. He didn't finish the internals, like the painting of the internals, or the outside. It wasn't painted up in silver. It was painted up to the scheme that Brian had in mind, which I can show you because I do have pictures of it. So that was all part of the secret mission. But it was when he said it's got a toilet on it, because there was the episode where the bounty hunter, Mando, had captured the dude, and he was talking about the toilet and all that sort of stuff. So as soon as he mentioned that, I thought, I reckon he's got the Razor Crest. Right, so let's find the picture. So, oh, where's the finger? Ah, everything's disappeared. Go small. Oh, what the hell? No, I've completely faffed up here. Right. Where is it? There you are. Thank you. Oh, God damn it. Right. Better. Right. So that there. So that's a human at the back there. So this guy actually works for ILM, and he, God damn it. So yeah, he actually built and painted it all. There you go, that's better. So yeah, so you could take the lid off, you can put all the dudes in. Like this actual landing pad, Brian built that. So it's got LEDs in there to light up underneath. So that's, he didn't, as I said, he didn't finish off all the internal detail on it, unfortunately. But he just got paint on it. Come on, you miserable so-and-so. But yeah, so that's it. Oh. So that was quite an impressive little thing. And there's my character. There's my Wookiee, whose name is Grabo. Mercenary Wookiee. But this is what Brian does. He like there you go. Kind of Ugnaughts there, taking on some stuff. But Brian does me facing off against a Rancor, which actually happened. The following year, what did he do? I can't believe it. Oh my god! I didn't actually take a picture of it, but that's the Imperial shuttle. So, and yes, that my character is the one with all the porgs. Brian sent me different versions of a Wookiee for me to paint up and loads of porgs because it was the thing to do. Now I apologise for the face in this picture, but on the ceiling he put these clouds with these LEDs in there, and they react to like thunderstorms and stuff. Yeah, sorry. Oh, doggo. That's rain. But I think one of his crowning achievements was this LED Yoda hologram thing. So it's like a fallen Jedi temple that we'd raided. Why did I have so many porgs? Right. So my character Grabo, like me and my partner, kind of like we're like the budget Han and Chewie, and I have a dream, and I've done this from ever since we started, to open up a porg restaurant. I was literally like in the first game, I was walking around eating porg on the stick. Although we have to rename the porg now because porg are indigenous to the planet where Luke was hiding. But yeah, I had to do various other poses as well. So like I had this one where I'm hanging. It was printed off so it would hang off the door of a ship, so I could hang out of it. So I painted up 4 different Wookiee variants. So that was my favourite one, basically. With a blaster pistol, a Surasub blaster pistol, and a sort of Jaffe stick. And he built this fucking like converted AT-AT type junker AT-AT thing. In that picture, I'm actually being used as fucking live bait for a giant fucking underground monster. It's like, what? What do you mean? And I just thought, oh, damn it. Yeah, it was Wookiee. I just wish this camera would actually focus because it's like such a great table. So that was the Jedi temple that he built. There's the posse. So one of those Rex dudes, he's a Jedi. We have a Mando. Protocol droid. That is my buddy. And the thing is, the guy who plays him actually does Korg's voice from 4 Ragnarok. Alright, Grabo. It was a slight Birmingham twang to it as well. You alright there, Grabo? And we are a right pair of chancers. So that's the edge of the Imperial shuttle. He didn't bother putting the wings on it. This is the Imperial camp. There's lots of prisoners that we had to free because we was on the trail of somebody. So, rebel scum. And Brian builds and paints this all throughout the year for these games. This is his birthday weekend. So that was a friendly Wookiee that I made friends with. Obviously, being a Wookiee. Hang together. But yeah, so it's you can actually see where he took the bits off for the shuttle there. I went full Peter Mayhew. Because that was the other thing. Because some we do it in costume. That wasn't my gun. I actually have a bowcaster. The other mask. This is the better of the two masks. The other one was proper. That's my sexy look. Going full Mayhew because I went to the toilet and came out dressed up, but Baba Frick. That was from the previous game as well. But yeah, it is a great weekend to celebrate Brian's birthday, and he normally does these really crazy things. Like he built these they're like little Tupperware boxes which he's painted up like and Star Warsified them. So there's little bits and pieces that and it looked like a little scanner pack or something like that. And you'd open up the top, and then there's 3 sections, and one has 10 points, one had 15 points, and one has I think like 30 points or something. And you open them up, and you basically like you can open them up, but you open them, and you got to basically eat what's in them, sort of thing. And he puts in all this variety of like really strange foods. So there was some like Japanese like seaweed wafers, and there was some other bits and pieces. It's nothing like poisonous that he puts in there, but he does like there was some like real hot stuff and tasty stuff and weird stuff. And basically for the weekend you've got to accumulate points, and whoever has the most points at the end wins a prize. And last year's prize was a remote control Baby Yoda, or Grogu, sorry, which I was doing all right, but on the role play side of things, it's really hard to be a really convincing role player as a Wookiee, because the very first thing Brian said when I asked if I could play a Wookiee is that yes, but you have to speak Wookiee, and basically you have to be a Wookiee. So okay, so I spent a lot of the time going and all that sort of stuff. I actually got a little sound thing. It was a kid's book with Wookiee noises on there, so I just like pressed the buttons now. But my Pash, who's my buddy, Pash, he can speak Wookiee, fun enough, and one other who's the protocol droid, who speaks Wookiee. So yeah, that's end of October, that next one. So it's basically end of October, that last weekend of October. I'll be up at Brian's, up to shenanigans, because me and Pesh have our plans, which involves another player character, which I can say it here because they don't watch this. So the protocol droid, for the last game, well, last game beforehand, because we do like some stuff on in chat sort of thing, discussing what we were doing. Because at the moment we're employed by Black Sun. By it was our fault. I would say it was by no fault of our own, but it totally was our fault that we are working for Black Sun. We've got this. We came up with this really great idea that with the protocol droid, because in the party there is sort of, you've got the bounty hunter is a bit of a loose cannon, and then the other guys are all sort of together, and then you've got me and him. So what we thought would be good, just in case there's any party problems, everything, was that we was going to hijack the protocol droid and get him upgraded. So basically, he's got like we was going to like stick a thermal detonator in him, or another idea was actually put some like combat protocol things in there. So we'd have like the controllers, so we could activate it, and we would like suddenly the droid would go like full on K2SO on the others. But opportunities didn't come right. You know, this is what our plan was, and you know, so we got to basically lure the droid off, deactivate it, you know, push the off switch or whatever, and then take it to get fitted out. We're paying for it, you know, but it's our backup plan, our security from the other team. It can only help the party. You know, you might be in a situation where you need a thermal detonator. We have a walking one. But as long as I earn the money to open up my pork restaurant, that's all. That's my dream. Just to have a pork restaurant, and I keep on getting into fucking jobs which are like life or death, or working for the criminal underworld. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah. What was I doing anyway? Yeah. So I'm going to check on these dudes because they're decals. So how is everybody's little projects going on? Are you progressing well? And we've done all right so far. Yeah, Brian really does, because Brian works in the sort of TV and movie industry. He was involved with Rebellion when they were trying to do Mega City 1, the Judge Dredd TV series, but he went and joined the motion picture company, and he's now currently working on his own projects to get a TV show made based on the role-play game called Scion, which involves sort of like godliness, deities and stuff like that. Putting lots of paint on Kurz. He looks like crap at this stage, but I'm going to keep going. You do that. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. You've got this. I believe in you. You know I believe in you, and you can do it because you have done it. What is everyone else up to? Have we got Death Guard? Chris, are you still doing Death Guard? Rob, what are you doing? Because obviously now you've got your Charybdis out of the way, you know, and dry fit is your Warlord fist on the new one. See how it would look. More fists. So you need like a General Grievous style Warlord with all fists and shoulder weapons with fists. One more unit. Wow. How big the game are you doing? Is it like 1,500 point game you're working to do? Because this is there for your game against 50, aren't they? When you go up to the Warhammer world. That's the plan. Fucking under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. I like it better down where it's where to take it for me. Up on the shore they work all day. Under the sun they slave away. Watering down the Agrax. 1,500. Ah, cool. So that's Ivy. That was what we done 1,500 that last time we played Heresy, wasn't it? I never really did 1,500 point games. I always done sort of again with Heresy. You would always go bigger, but I think at the time it was a case that because travelling into London to play games without a car, it was a bit of a chore, really, wasn't it? So you don't want to be carrying lots and lots and lots of stuff. So it was actually it was a really good game. Actually, I really enjoyed that. And I do like infantry fights more than tank battles. Although I love tanks, don't get me wrong. Infantry battles are a lot more fun to get involved in. Run around beating the shit out of each other. That's what it's all about. That's what all the fun is. 1,500 is small for 30k, yeah, but it works, yeah. Working out Tartarus poses and building combi. Oh yeah, it's just getting on with that jazz. Holding my breath and trying not to spludge rivets. So the last weekend where went and I'll say we spoke about it on Saturday anyway, but it was actually really nice to get a game of AT again. So this year, excluding Titan Walks, I've played 2 games of AT. So one against Ivy and one against Phil, and 1 game of Heresy, and that's it. Oh no, tell a lie. I played a demo game up at Crystal's thing in June, didn't I? So I played Gondas. Played him. And then done a demo game for yes, I've done a demo game for Danny, which only lasted not long at all. He'd already lost. And I did a demo game with Rob when I went round to theirs him and Crystals, and played Kill Team. So 2 demo games, 3 normal games of AT, 1 demo of Kill Team, and 1 Heresy game. And then Titan Walk. 2 Titan Walks. So yeah, and that's actually, for me, that's quite a lot of Titan Walks for one. Under the sea, under the sea. Oh. Ah, yeah, the head. Ooh. Nice bit of stippling there, dude. Sorry, I've just been distracted by. Sorry. Oh, going on to reels. That was a friend of running and Chrissy's who's roller skating. Bless her. Oh, actually, I was trying to think. It's been about 10 years. 10 years ago, I went ice skating for the last time. And hey, Crystal. just mentioned you because I was saying about games I played this year, and I was saying about when I've come around and was introduced. Oh, Blood Bowl as well. Played Blood Bowl. So that's 1 Blood Bowl training game. I'm not counting the one from last weekend against Harry because he absolutely didn't. I didn't have the time to play it properly, and I just went in, and it just I was shit. But he was actually he's quite a good kid. I liked him. Debbie's a dirty girl, especially in Videodrome. Dirty. You leave Debbie Harry out of this. But yeah, as I said to you earlier on, I got Wufu's stuff come through. So whilst you're here, I'll. Yeah, those rats, they were like, bloody hell. Don't resist. Embrace it, Judge. Get on there. Get on there and do those Norse. Norse were the first team that I played when Crystal was teaching me how to play it. She totally let me win. But it was a really good game. I did enjoy it. Yeah, so this is the stuff I got from Wufu when I won that competition-y thingy, doodah thingy. So I got well, not Froggos. They're not Froggos. They were Toadies. So Toadies with spears, and I like bonkers stuff. And Toadies with spears, and so those 4K print he's got is really nicely detailed. These stuff. Yeah, he's after a little bit of a yum yum num 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 num, and the other dude. So yeah, these are little. Yeah, I know. It was like, was it Friday I ordered them? So yeah, it was last Thursday stream. Then Friday morning I ordered them, and they turned up today. So that is really, really bloody quick. So these guys were working out to £5.50 each or 3 for 15 quid. So that was pretty cool. Now, the big purchase I got, I really like. It's really cool. So it's this big lizardy draconic dude here. And I didn't realise, obviously, you've got either Spiky Club, or you've got sort of like that kind of club. And you've got the, obviously, hands. So you can either have them without clubs and just have the hands sort of thing like that going, I'm going to pound you in the face with my fists. Or you can clubs. I quite like that club, actually. That's proper sort of like tribal type, yeah, Mayan, Inca sort of stuff. But yeah, the detail on them is just really, really good for, say, those 4K printers. So those together, because he was £11, so they're 15, and then I got that dude, and he was £4. However, I had another one in there as well. So whether or not it was £4 for the two, but I didn't realise. But yeah, so I got them because they're like Blood Bowl werewolf type dudes. But yeah, actually, yeah, Rob, who was about, he actually Wufoo printed some stuff for him. So he sort of he knows the quality of his work. So yeah, that was really, really cool. So like I said, I really do like that dude. I don't know, you know. Initially, I was like, yeah, normally you'd go green, but I'm feeling orange. I don't know why. It's just like some sort of orange hued, sort of lizardy type thing. I don't know, but it was really cool. So yeah, I'm really quite impressed with him. So when I need a sorbet palette cleanser project, they're up there. Still need to make a start my dwarven team. Yes, your dwarven. Get your dwarves. Orangey red sounds sweet. Yeah, it's just I've got some. I'm not going to go. I don't know now. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm kerfuffling myself like my ideas in my head. Although I just found Troll Slayer orange. Sorry. Just rather large. This is a Vulcan Mega Bolter for my Titan. So like orangey red, like a transition type thing, do you reckon? Like go like light to. See, that's the thing. I haven't seen that new orange contrast yet. So that's why I was getting fluffled, because I've been using so many contrast paints recently. Like thinking, like, do I go contrast? Because I've been doing them with metallics, but because I've used the Griff Charger orange, Griffhound orange, I've used that one on my Titans, but I haven't really had a look at the new paints. Did you get them yourselves, or was you sent us some trial ones with them? Can't remember if you got some sent out to you or not. Right. Don't know if you can hear the bass is kicking in now. The new one is so bright and a really good cover. All right, yeah, cool. Well, I weren't sure if you got some sent out to you or not. So yeah, I might give that a try then. Especially seeing as the one of those local stores that we know is open late on Fridays. That's very handy because that is practically on my doorstep from work. So after I close up, I can just nip down there, grab some supplies, and then head off home. Because with Wayland, it'll be quicker for me to go to Marquee and pick up some stuff than it would be to drive out to Wayland and then home because it is out my way. Whereas Wayland Marquee isn't as much. Yeah, if wow, they're really kicking it after that. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm sure you'd be in need of some of that action. What was I doing next? Other decals, yes. Right. Really, something I haven't really missed during all these lockdowns because of the park at the back of the house. You get all the boy racers parked up over there on occasions. They've not been too bad. This is the loudest it's been for ages. So it's not like the other week with the party we had going on next door. So that's a blessing. I just need to check. With it'd probably be easier for me to. Can you actually hear that going on? I'm off, mates. Duties to attend to. Fine painting my Forge fellows. No worries, buddy. Take it easy. Thank you for dropping in, and I hope you have a good old time of things until Saturday. I'll see you then, buddy. Right. So I'm just trying to look up what I did decal wise on some of my other dudes. That's a Seeker squad. That's not good. I don't know. I should post up. Oh, sorry, dude, coming out this weekend. Well, pre-order this weekend. Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, well, you're not missing much. Right, okay. So, we're going to go with these little dudes here on the shins because it feels right. Sycorax bronze. Ah, I used so much of that in the past when I was doing my Minotaurs. Sycorax, I actually, like, at one stage I had to sort of step away from metallic bronzes because it was just like too much. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. It does get a bit clumpy though, at times. Me, me, me. You're using that on trim, I take it, for old Conrad. Nice. It was hey Crystal, have you done any more work with the Spartan you was building? Yeah, there's no bronze on any other of my Night Lords, but I think I'll put it on to make him look fancy. Fancy Batman. Get in there. So it's football results. But yeah, he's nice. I've got to do those bits as well. These little sort of like scroll things. That's something else to consider. I strangely miss their noise now. That's the thing. I know, like, because with YouTube, I'm not sure you can have I'm not sure you can have music on or something because of the, like, royalties and all that sort of stuff, unless you've got some sort of music. Again, it's something I haven't really looked into on that. Can you say the word scrolls in the voice of Bane? So I was going to get into the Bane Batman quotes. I was wondering what you would break first, your spirit or your body? Scrolls. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, and by then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me. So does that work? Scrolls. I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body? There's any other quotes there. I was quite enjoying that. Do you feel in charge? No one cared who I was till I put on the mask. Why does Bane have such a cute voice? Tom Hardy. Speak on the devil, and he shall appear. So the Dark Knight Rises is my favourite of the Nolan movies, more so than The Dark Knight or Batman Begins. Yeah, Dark Knight is awesome because of Heath Ledger in there, but Dark Knight Rises, I just absolutely love that. It's the one I've watched the most out of the Nolan trilogy. We come here not as conquerors, but as liberators, to return control of this city to the people. The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure. Yeah. It will be extremely painful for you. Yeah. Good old Bane. I'm still can't get you think it's cute. I don't know if you can hear the dog barking, but that is Timmy, who is barking. That's what Timmy does. He is a Tibetan Spaniel, and apparently they were bred in Tibet by Tibetan monks or whatever to look like little lions, but also to bark to warn monks of approaching bad dudes, I guess. I think I find it cute because it's the same voice as Deckard Cain in Diablo. All right, is it? He's not well, same sounding sort of the way his voice dips and rises. I take it not so much as it's Lassa Lapsa. No, it's I don't know now. That's hold on. No, it's not those ones. I said I'm only going by what I've been told. No, it's a Tibetan Spaniel. So one of those. Breed of assertive small dogs originating in Tibet. The breed is not a spaniel in the original meaning of the term, but breeding differs from spaniels. Unlike true spaniels, which are gun dogs, Tibetan Spaniel is a companion dog. So that's what Timmy kind of looks like that, but rougher. Yeah, no, no, because I was only going by the picture, so that's what I came up for the Lhasa Apso, those ones. But he's, as I said, he's that thing I showed you, which Tibetan Spaniel, that he's one of them. Not as assertive. He's a bit pudgier than one of them. So now we're doing dogs now. He's freaking annoying at times. As good as it is to have an alarm dog, half the time he's barking at nothing. You can hear, you might be able to hear people going, "Timmy, shut up!" I have no idea what he's barking at because there's nothing out here for him to bark at. To be honest, he probably, I wouldn't be surprised if what they've been told is different to what it actually is. But say he's a companion dog, but he does bark a fucking lot. I like watching. So Crufts is like, because I've got friends who put their dogs in for like Crufts and various other sort of dog competitions. So you know, it is crazy some of the stuff that they do, isn't it? Like when they're doing the little trots. I love that. I love seeing dogs doing the little trot sort of thing. Even like those little like videos on Instagram and stuff where you see the dog just like I'm walking down the street, yo yeah, like that sort of thing. So totally laid back dog. But no, anything like that is pretty cool, you know, because it takes a lot of time and dedication. As long as the dog hasn't been harmed in order to get them to do that, that's the main thing. Because I know there's probably some arseholes out there that might have been a little bit like, you know, Barbara Woodhouse. Use a choke chain. And all that sort of shit. Encouragement is one thing, you know. Conditioning is something completely different. Oh my god, me too. Sarah and I watched every Cross on 4OD during lockdown. That's the thing. It's like, you know, in lockdown, I'm sure that I've probably watched things that I probably would have never have watched ordinarily. But you know, you get to those levels of like boredom, and then you just get on it. And you go, you know what? I kind of don't regret watching this now. So they're it's always good. It's like even like it's like weird things that you get into. Because when I was like backpacking in Australia and New Zealand back in like 2002, there was like England cricket, and I'd never been one for playing like Yeah, I played cricket at school, but not really proper cricket playing. Token cricket. Um, but the obviously going around New Zealand, and New Zealand, yeah, they like a bit of cricket. They love a bit of rugby. Um, and you go into bars, the test is on, and I just got into it, just watching it. And you thought, yeah, this is actually quite fun. Haven't watched it since. 3 weeks of going around New Zealand watching the cricket tour. Not watching it, but it was there. And the thing I really sort of liked about it was when we was out there, when the cricket tour went to Wellington in the south of the North Island. That's when Peter Jackson turned up and recorded all the people in the stadium like stomping their feet, and that sound was used at the Battle of Helm's Deep. So all the orcs marching at Helm's Deep is English and New Zealand cricket fans at Wellington. Remember the ones where the animal rights protesters tried to storm it? I was like, you're fucking braver than Nikita on there. The drama. The cringy theme tune always cracks me up. See me? I just do what I do. That's the things like, there's these little they're not guilty pleasures. They are enjoyable. They are pleasures. And I'm just looking myself in the picture, and with this hair right now, I'm reminded of Aramis from Dogtanian and the Three Musker Hounds. Talking dogs. Always hate it when poodles are poodles. Goddamn poodles coming around here winning all the awards. Yeah, fucking la-di-da. My brother did actually have a giant poodle called Shadow once. It had a good life. He died, unfortunately. But his hair was just like crazy. It was a good dog, bless him. Very excitable, as a lot of giant ones are. But yeah, no, I would say my favourite my personal favourite dogs are something like a Malamute. Obviously the wolf-looking dogs, Malamutes for one. I do quite like pugs, purely because of the David Lynch Dune, and Duke Leto had a pug that Patrick Stewart was holding as the Harkonnens are attacking. For Duke Leto! Going in the battle with a pug on his arm. Yeah, how badass is that? Oh dear. I love it that theme tune for something that I really feel is properly watched by mostly old white people and two Asian women are playing women in their 30s. I just want a pug to win. Oh. I want the about the urukai and all that sort of thing, the stomping bits. Actually, there was actually an interesting thing because where I've some of you know I've sort of connections with aliens and stuff through Alien War. Pardon me. I was listening to Al Murray and James Holland's podcast. We Have Ways of Making You Talk. It's an old one, and this guy was on there, and he's talking about his great grandfather who was at Market Garden. It was the General Sibiuski for the Polish Brigade, Polish Parachute Brigade. But he actually mentioned about aliens because basically what it is James Cameron, when he was over here, he was reading the Cornelius Ryan book about Operation Market Garden and Bridge Too Far sort of thing. And he actually used 3 names out of the book for colonial marines: Hicks, Frost, and Wibasky. Wibasky was an officer in the 101st Airborne. Frost, or Major Frost, he was the British commander at the bridge at Arnhem, and Hicks was a sapper. He was there. So it was just like, wow, that's pretty amazing to like those little. I love those little bits of trivia and stuff. Which is a good thing we did not use the fans of actual orcs as actual folks who were samples visiting New Zealand. Have you ever been to Crufts, Chrissy? Me and Sarah want to go to one. I haven't. I would like to sit in a pen with a Newfoundlands are awesome. It smooshed me. There's this event in October called Discover Dogs, and we went to it last year. It's at the Excel Centre in London. It's like 150 different dog breeds, and you can meet. Oh, that sounds actually really quite cool. My favourite dog breed is a Shiba Inu or Akita. I like Akitas, yeah. Shiba Inus. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know that. Oh, yeah. If that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Because there's a TV show that I watch called Sense8 that the Wachowskis made. And there's a character in there called Sun who's Korean, and she has a Shiba Inu. I'm sure it's a Shiba Inu. He looked like Shiba Inu. They look like Pomeranians. No. When I was hairdressing, my boss Sula, she got herself a Pomeranian, and he was a fucker. He was a proper like little. It was a right little madam, or a little sport boy sort of thing. It was like sort of like it was like he only liked her, hated everyone else, and made everyone else know that fact. And I had to walk it. It's like as a teenage kid, it's like I feel demasculated by this little thing. Dachshund, my ex-brother-in-law, he has a Dachshund. He's very excited, and he has a tend to whoopsie when he gets very excited. I got to stroke the years of so many Dachshunds. I got hugged by an Akita in Warhammer World earlier this year. It was someone's service dog, and he let us pet it. Next thing I know, the dog is on its back. Oh, tall boy. Oh, I love Sussex. All right, no worries. Thanks for hanging out, Chrissy. It's lovely to have you here and talking animals again. It's brilliant. Nighty night. Shiba is just a small Akita. Yeah. Not small, but smaller. No. Thanks for hanging out again. Speak to you again at some other juncture, I'm sure. Ross. And then there was free. Right. A little Easter egg. What I was thinking of, I wanted to put like one of these little symbols on that bit as like graffiti. Do we think red or white? White would stand out definitely, but red would be a little bit more sublime. What do we think, chat? Rob, Ivy, I need your help. I think white would probably be too distracting. You know what I mean? What was the question? Bit of wind. So these little symbols here, these little imperial eagle things, I wanted to stick on that. Now, red or the white was the question. I was thinking red. Ivy's thinking red. What about you? Because it's like a little bit of graffiti type thing, if you know what I mean. Just stick it on there. Oh, I thought that was lightning. Right. I might actually call that because red would be the best. It will be red. I'm going to call that because I'm at the bottom of the garden, and if it's going to start pissing down, I'm going to get absolutely fucking drenched. So, don't know if you can hear that. That's loud. So, yeah, it's going to get wet. So yeah, so we got where are we? 2 hours 20 minutes. That's all right. But yes, so I hope you got some hobby done tonight. I got a bit of hobby done tonight. I'm pretty pleased with progress. Obviously, be back on for Saturday. So usual times 8 p.m. onwards. Hopefully, no. You paint a lot. Send me a picture. Hopefully get a lot more stuff and hang out a bit more and stuff and have more arguments and maybe get Beaky on to Team Snack. So anyway, I'll see you all again on various social media. Thank you all for hanging out again, and I shall catch up with you later. So until then, teddy bears, take care, love you all.